and welcome to another grand, lovely day. It's actually pretty nice. Yesterday we had some thunderstorms, but who cares, because today we are working on my car. Look at it. And it is a piece of junk. What you are looking at here is my 2000 Mercedes-Benz S500, complete with dog in the back crying for his owner. Well, for those of you who don't know about this car, I kind of famously wrote on Jalopnik about how I bought it for $3,000 and turned it into my daily driver, and I have been driving it for the last 2 years or so. And as you can see, there's some nice daily driver marks, stuff that I got to get rid of, and it's been a workhorse. I mean, it's a little rough around the edges now, and it's getting a little long in the tooth. So today I'm going to fix a problem that's been kind of a pain in my ass for the last month. Every time I turn on the car, the air compressor starts to make a little noise, and it's since the car is so well sound deadened on the inside, it's not very noticeable on the inside, but then once you go outside, it's sort of insane. So let me see if I can get that to sound off for you. All right, so if you want to get the air compressor working, you just have to put the suspension up a little bit, and you can hear right away. Right there. This is not exactly how quiet a Mercedes-Benz should be. And the air compressor is somewhere in there. So I just have to replace it with a brand new one. So here is the new part. It is a, looks like a remanufactured one.
So new to you.
Yeah, it's new to me, but it's been completely refurbished, and it's a little bit cheaper than the regular. All right, that makes it a little harder actually. Get your foot off there. So this is by a company called Rebuild Mastertech, and they're in Pompano Beach, Florida. And I've used them before for air suspension components for my father's Range Rover and this Mercedes. But this costs about 200 bucks, and here's how it comes. See, for the W220, that's the one I need. W211, I think that's the, well, I don't know, CL class, and 219, who cares? So take this out. There we go. Take that out. And here is the compressor. Now,
people praise foam. This is actually pretty good foam.
It is a high quality foam. So the issue with with these compressors is not that the seals inside go. I think mine went because you can tell that it's really, really loud, and it shouldn't be that loud. It should be quite quiet. So the original seals, the original hose, there's like a junction right here, and that junction usually leaks, and this is it's a redesign. So this should not leak, since it's only meeting at one end instead of two. So this should be good to go, and it has a warranty. I know that that's pretty foreign that's a foreign concept to anyone following my stuff, but sometimes you do have to bite the bullet and not buy used and get something that's even if it's not new, it's just refurbished. So let's get the old one out and see what that looks like. So here we have the old, well, actually no, this is the new air compressor. See, it's all shiny and clean. And here's the old one. Notice a difference? Yeah, so this actually, the rivets on this, supposed to be like this, they broke off. I have no idea how this was holding pressure at all. Doggies! Aww. Why are you so scared? Is the world scared of you? Not to you. You don't care. Anyway, here is the hose for the filter, and that hose is almost completely rotted through.
Almost?
Yeah. So there's your problem. Yeah, this thing is past serviceable. Now I'm going to try to get this in there and working correctly after I broke the mounts. So I'm gonna have to tap those, but I think should be salvageable. Let's hope. So now that I've taken off the old compressor, you can see that piece of crap just sad and just disgusting. Hello, new compressor. So here's what I'm working with. Let me see if I can get the phone in here. Now here are the mounts, and that's one mount. I try to focus on that. It's one of the mounts. You can see it's all rusted, and I mean this car doesn't have a lot of rust, but these are particularly susceptible since there's you know, salt and corrosion and whatnot, and this is a daily driver. As you can see, these have all broken off, like these the bolts, but I have tapped a thread onto here, and that way I can fit one of these nuts on here, no problem. I will, after everything's on, I will paint it to make sure it doesn't rust, or at least stop the rust. And I still have to tap this one and that one, make sure this airline is out of the way and not being pinched. I don't think that's going all the way through, but making sure that that's routed the correct way, because maybe this was replaced before. But yeah, as soon as I have these tapped, then I can put on the new air compressor, and hopefully my car will no longer have the sound that the horrendous sound that I made before. All right, sit rep. I came home because I have a little bit of an issue. Now, that stud right there is completely stripped out, and it's too rusted to even try to put a tap back in on the thread. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off, and then I'm going to, with my little Harbor Freight welder, I can get that, yep, a little cheap Harbor Freight welder, I'm going to weld on, wow, I really can't get any, okay, there we go. Basically weld on this bolt right here, that way I can thread it, and yeah, hopefully it'll fit like it should. The way it works is there's a little bit, it has to be able to move a little bit, because this vibrates a lot when it engages, and in order for it to not to hit the top or vibrate the body, I need to have some give. So hopefully that'll work. We shall see. So here's the somewhat finished product. I welded that bolt. I put in a nut right here with a washer. I welded up a washer too. Doesn't look all that great, but just put in. Again, this is just a stopgap because I am going to be replacing this thing, this entire bracket with an OEM one. But for now, I just painted this black just so it's not going to be rusting in the meantime. Yeah, I put a nut right there and then a lock nut. So it doesn't back itself out, because this does vibrate a bit, and there is a bit of movement here. I don't know if that's going to translate into vibration on the inside. I don't think it will, because it's not really hitting anything, but we'll see. Now that we got things mostly buttoned up, we have to put in the relay. So this is the relay that we have to put in. It's this little, probably $5 relay. The issue with these cars is that they have relays, I think made by Siemens or something, and they stick over time. So it means that this pump is going to be running when it shouldn't, and it's going to overload the pump, and it's going to overheat it, and it's going to make it die. This relay makes that not happen. So all I have to do is stick this one in and test the car. So you can see my pristine engine bay with leaves and dust and grot everywhere. This is what happens when it's a daily driver. I definitely need to do a nice clean, but that's later on. I believe the relay is here. So I'm gonna, let's see. Okay. So according to people, it's the fourth one from the left, so that would make it this one. Actually, before I take that out, let me double check. Upon further inspection, yes, that is it. Thank you very much, YouTube and Google. So just take that out and take a look at that. I think this, yeah, this is the original Siemens relay. I mean, this car does have about 106,000 miles on it. I don't know if this is particularly bad, but you know, we can always change it, especially with a part this cheap. So let's put that one right there. Bam. Let's take some of these leaves out. So again, pristine concourse quality. Here is the moment of truth. Alright, let the suspension settle a little bit. Now, I can hear a little bit of buzzing, but that's normal. And that's it. Wow. There we go. That is it. So, it looks like job done. Let's try that again. You can see car slowly lowering, slowly. Again, this aromatic, it's not like hydropneumatic suspension in the S55 or like an S65. This is sort of very, very old school. Just a compressor, a pump, and just pumps up the shocks. It's a very good system, well, when it works. So, see, aromatic rising. Little bit of grumbling, but that's totally normal. And you see, rising ever so slightly. So Mercedes says that when you press the button, it should take between 30 and 90 seconds for it to fully rise, and it rises about right around about an inch. So yeah, I think that's it. I think it stopped rising. The dash light went off. You can see my SRS light is on because I'm so smart that I forgot to install one of the back seat belts when I was doing the black interior. So, whatever. I'll do that later. So I'm a bit dirtier for the wear, but I have fixed the issue. Now I can drive this long distances without worrying about if the air suspension is going to fail. I have many new components. I have both back shocks brand new. The front shocks didn't look like they were leaking or anything. I did a test with soapy water. They were okay. The lines weren't corroded. The lines weren't, you know, they didn't have any holes in them. So fingers crossed, this should be a good solution for years and years to come. And if you guys want to find a really good company to rebuild and restore your air components, if you have like a Range Rover, if you have a Jaguar, if you have Bentley or whatever, go to Rebuild Master Tech. I think they have a website. They're definitely on eBay. Yeah, it's Rebuild Master Tech. They have a they're in Pompano Beach, Florida, and they have really good prices. I got this air compressor for about 200 bucks shipped, and it has a pretty good warranty. There's even a new one you can buy for like $300, and it has like a lifetime warranty. But you know me, I'm super cheap, so. But I think I'll end the video there. So if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you'd like to do. If you didn't like the video, then I urge you, please hit that dislike button, because I like to hear feedback. Now, the next video, I think I will be working on my 3000 GT. It is high time I work on that thing, because it smells horrible, and it developed a flat tire, and I need to get it running because I can't even access my garage anymore. And I'm kind of interested into seeing what that car can actually do on the street, if it smokes, if it runs right, if it has all the gears. That will be coming up in a new video, and look forward to that. But for now, I will see you next time.